Eagle River. It's the toughest, roughest oval track anywhere. Teams push all year to win and be the champion of the world. Most pack up for home after a week of qualifying heats. Only 12 make it to the big one, and 30 incredible laps that test the endurance and ability of both sled and rider. Only one name gets engraved on the trophy each year, but legend and ceremony are thick, and every contender touches that prize right before the race. The 2012 contest was especially exciting, with 5 racers taking and retaking the lead in a very close fight. And in the last corner of the last lap, it was 21-year-old Nick Van Strydonk who swept in to win by a nose.
For you, buddy. Yeah, I love you. Found a nice smooth line. It wasn't rough. Could hang on for the whole thing. So tried it, and we washed out real high. And that's the last thing I remember. Next thing I know, we're side by side dragging. It's just good, clean racing.
I say, what was your thought when you crossed the finish line? Because it looked like it was about as close as you could get. What was the thought when you realized, hey, I crossed before him?
I knew it was going to be close, but you know, I wasn't thinking nothing. All it was just tunnel vision the whole time, just A to B. That's all it was.
2012 was his 4th attempt, and he won the World Championship Snowmobile Derby by 1/4 sled length.
I've been coming here for 17 years, ever since I was a kitty cat. We used to race right outside of right down here on the front stretch. Just, you know what, fate happened to bring us along snowmobiles. We just stuck with it the whole time.
In his first 3 attempts, 5th place had been Van Strydonk's best finish. His Polaris finished this year just 0.25 seconds ahead of Matt Schultz's Ski-Doo, who couldn't use his favored line when the new champ dropped in to block him out. Schultz says 2nd place is still great, and he's just glad to finish after his sled died halfway through.
I got out front and set my pace, and thought we could hold it till the last lap. Motor started going down with actually that 15 to go or whatever. When they had that red flag, I went into 3 and the motor shut off, and I don't know if it was what the story is, but it cooled down, and then it seemed like it come back to life, and got it running again, and it's actually not running again right now as we speak, so it's pretty tired.
The championship race had always been 25 laps, and the oval became a foggy blender, clearing up only at a red flag. Last year, officials added 5 laps and a pit stop to check the machines and add fluids. Schultz's team pushed the 5-minute limit by a few seconds, but judges either didn't see or were merciful.
That was the horn. That was the horn.
The pit stop and 2 accidents had a calming effect on what used to feel like a frenzy. The racers line up once again and get another chance at a coveted hole shot, and the speed resumes. Energy picks up and excitement dances with confusion like only Eagle River can deliver. And then, it all crashes to a stop. Terry McDonald from Winnipeg lost control in turn 3 and hit the hay bales hard. There was no early announcement on his condition, but MPH Racing confirms he's recovering very well. What's it do for the race, for your rhythm, to have a chance at 3 hole shots?
Yeah, it makes it tough. You know, I mean, the race just keeps dragging on, and you know, there's a lot of factors and, you know, stuff that can happen during the race, and you know, it's the way it goes.
Several racers said they were coming on strong but had to stop for a red flag and couldn't quite regain the momentum. One of them was Dustin Wahl, who finished just 0.612 seconds after Van Strydonk to take 3rd. After just 10 laps, his brakes started to fail and he made do without.
It warps the rotor and it pushes the pads out, so then it takes a while for the brakes to come back. You squeeze them and they go right to the bars, and you just barely slow down, so you're coming into the corner like wide open, you can't slow down, and you kind of got to get creative with throwing the sled around trying to get it to stop. So.
Control and endurance win this race, and world-class machines sometimes give out before the weary arms of world-class drivers. 2008 and 2009 champ Brian Buchik pulled off after just 5 laps. Van Strydonk didn't even finish last year. Still, it's the drivers who win or lose, and at Eagle River, Wahl says little mistakes turn into big problems.
I got the best hole shot I've had probably ever, and I think I was probably 8th or 9th to the corner. I mean, it's like, if you're off just a tick, you're off half a sled length, and that means everything, you know? Yeah. And the way there was dirt out there, you know, you couldn't see the dirt, and I was trying to dodge that and trying to get around guys.